Ali Marmol, he said Adam Wainwright knows himself. He feels like he's close.
In front of your home crowd, and everyone knows your story. And everyone knows your
D2 ERA, 405 major league starts in his first pitch. St. Louis, the Mets and the Cardinals opening their series, and this is locked O's hit for Brandon.
You know, the other game he gave up some deeper hits, but classic, hit them where they're not.
Shortstop, and he takes a first pitch that is above the strike zone in the National League in shortstop position as it's.
And you're hoping that, you know, you can get certain part batter. Each pitch is its own. And easier said than done, right? Because you're Wainwright.
3-1 lifted. Tommy Edman in the line, even though he's infield defense specifically for the Cardinals, but some history behind.
1 for 11.
First pitch, a little.
Obviously, a great year offensive. As he tried to get out of the way of the ball.
He not only got hit in the brim, but he got hit in the body too. After Edman the last couple of days, you don't need to see more of that in a Cardinal game. Wainwright delivers to second to get
ball to get the one out. Never want to hurry the throw.
That's a little bit low. 2-0.
Alonso's had.
He had 53 that at first. In the right-hand side, Walker first inning and maybe a sigh of relief there as the Cardinals will bat after this. His leg yesterday had to leave the game, back in the lineup. Then Goldschmidt and Arenado.
Great, but 3 runs of total support. He can't get a win. You wonder when that stress is going to wear pitches.
I know you can't control run support, and that's why some teams don't.
And an encouraging, come on, here we go, let's go, I just need one type talk. You let go of the ball.
Big for left side of the infield. Lindor has to barehand in. Here is Goldschmidt, who you talk about career numbers.
Down in average. I mean, this is one of these guys that can do it all, and
that is robust. On the ground, foul, third base side. I've heard players say, like,
sense he's 0 for 15, and then the next guy's 10 for 15. Add your number that you don't know about.
Towards shortstop, and Lindor is there.
If you had a collage of most of the home runs that are hitting the.
And I know teams are searching for strikeouts, and you get paid for strike.
Over the course of the home run.
2-0 is in there for a strike, a fastball.
The percentage of fastballs that I threw 3-1 were probably
3-2. On the ground, third base side. That's a fair ball, and it's Arau. Scoreless in St. Louis. Bang for your buck in year one, and then Atlanta got a great deal out of it.
Yeah, obviously.
Ooh, strike.
But he was just such a, you could just tell.
Cast booth, then went back out onto the field. Her first pitch flies the young catcher. Our former colleague.
Locked into the game. But you also realize, and
bat fly ball right field side, fall there. Nice play by the young Walker. Hatless second. Long road trip, like one of those movies where they've been friends for 35 years. I don't know, a couple decades.
As far as
that's what I think their teams are playing this year in St. Louis. Let's just do it.
I think it's more of a, they have watched a baseball game. They have seen this play out before. I just think more than likely that's what people do to try to get on TV.
So 4 hours Guardians Tigers, but then they found out it was going to get rained out. It's upstairs. 3-2. I like that. I think they're baiting you. Now it's 2 people, right?
Yeah.
3-2 in the air and foul.
I'll tell you, with all getting to a point where the future looks brighter, man. This
is ranked. I would say Lou Brock clearly gold medal.
Yep.
You silver. Could you imagine Lou Brock in this day and age stealing bases?
He maximized a skill set. There was more of that skill set in the game, and there is no doubt with the way the game was played, he would steal a lot of bases. But again, in fairness, like there's going to be the great ones, right? Ricky Henderson, Lou Brock, Vince Coleman.
Base stealing legends here in St. Louis, and that is strike 3.
Well, to South
can barely talk into this.
Probably.
Oh, you think? Oh, now you're going stage parents.
Yeah.
Or stage family.
Checking their phone right now just to see if anybody noticed.
It's a ground ball foul. 2 strikes.
And then he stays locked in as long as possible.
You say the breathing's a little better. What do you look
better when you get out of the second inning and you're giving up soft contact. Now
2 strikes from Wainwright on the ground to first base. Pretty well hit, but playable for Goldschmidt. And you mentioned the breathing here because he knows what's on the line here as he covers
checked off, and really only thing he's got left is he wants to finish.
Wins 3rd. Bob Gibson, they were just talking about this in the local media.
They invented himself. His 'ability to make pitches.
A couple of years ago, he's a pretty good hitter back when pitchers were doing that sort of thing.
No doubt. Can you imagine? 6'7" field goal kicker. He was a good basketball player.
Day to Georgia. There's a hook that's in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and now second time.
Too late.
Chopper on the infield to shortstop, and strikes from Adam Wainwright, and a scoreless 3. It's on players you follow every day. Download the MLB app today. Alert, by the way.
Well,
all right, Tom. All right. Way to be. All right. All right, Mad Dog.
Let me or whatever cooling system they had. I didn't mind pitching.
1-1 to Kisner, who's been on base in 11 straight games, is both
best on the outer and inner thirds.
Beautiful pitch from Quintana.
Healthy for the Mets. The 0-4 record.
Edwin Diaz pops up first, the tremendous closer, and then Quintana Diaz at the back end of the bullpen. What you said off the top of the show plays into both of those.
We would not be having this discussion right now. There wouldn't be players traded. But that's not.
The Mets have used since August 1st, so in the last guys in 2 weeks. Chopper first base side and foul. All of these players, somebody has to come up. Canada to the Brewers, Pham to the D-backs, but then you popped up in one of the deals. Luis Angel Acuna, the brother of Ronald Acuna Jr. Chicago has bounced around a little bit, and now
he just looks very comfortable. 2 or 3 wildly out of the zone. He gives you the illusion that he's going to be right there in the zone. And you got a good feel for pitching. And look, I mean, you're seeing he's on plane to the target and usually right there close to it.
This to left field, flying. I don't need that. What an effort.